Hello guys, good morning. So today I want to show you how to actually communicate with your AI when you are about writing your book, because this is the best place to get your information. Once you know that you actually do not have the time to start making research, you understand? So whenever I'm talking to ChatGPT, I relate in depth with it. So it gives me the kind of information that I am looking for. And I'll make sure I fact check every information gotten from it. So I want to show you how to communicate. For instance, you want to write a cancer cookbook and you want to make it really scientific fact. It's just for you to know how to prompt your AI and how to communicate with it. So watch as I do it so you understand the way I'm doing it and you'll be able to apply same method on your own side. Okay. So you are saying what you say, writing a cancer focused cookbook is a noble and impactful endeavor. So based on what I asked, now I say research-based nutritional insight, cancer and diet connection, focus on anti-inflammatory food, gut health, plant-based emphasis, adapt to cancer types, include the scientific dietary recommendation for different cancer, you understand, and dietitian insight, balance and individualization, special nutritional needs, calorie dense recipe, then scientific study and reference, recent studies, phytochemicals, immune boosting food, recipe picture, easy to digest, immune supportive ingredients, low sugar recipe, focus on fiber. Then on practical additions, they have meal plan, shopping list, food safety, psychological support, comfort food with added twists, mindful eating, high protein recipe, soothing soup, quick snacks, detoxifying drink, desserts with benefit, collaborate with experts. Okay, you know that one is not possible. Trends for 2025: personalized nutrition, functional food, sustainability, suggest diet to nourish and thrive, the cancer cookbook for healing and prevention, scientifically backed recipes to support your journey to recovery and wellness. So you see everything that he listed here. It's very, very easy. So imagine that you have gotten your topic. Are you getting it? You have gotten your topic already on any topic you want to write on. Just imagine that you have gotten your topic and you are asking related to your topic. And also you have made some research about that topic and you see what people are talking about. Do you understand? But from this advice, you like what you see, like what I'm saying right now. I love it. You understand? So this is a different emphasis entirely on the ones you, aside the one you already know. You get? So this one now is giving you a direct motive on where to attack or where to work on, where to write on in your cookbook. And this is entirely going to be different from what other people are doing, because you want to make sure that your own is scientific fact information. You want to make sure that you are on the right track on anything that you are doing. You want to make sure that yours is dietitian prescription. Do you understand? You already know exactly where you're going to be getting your recipes. So on the aspect of categories on the recipes and place, he listed these recipe categories now: high protein recipes, soothing soup, quick snacks, detoxifying drinks. So you already know that you're going to be adding soup, you're going to be adding smoothie or juice. Are you getting it? So anything that is comforting for cancer diet, you already know that these are the things you're going to be adding. So you are going to be making your research based on these categories right now. And he also made mention of what adding anti-inflammatory. So now you get a point of why I emphasize of combination of what diet. Are you getting it? So when you combine your diet is entirely different. Your book will be entirely different, because now you have anti-inflammatory diet, 20 recipe, like what is said here, vegan diet or gut earth diet, 20 recipe, plant-based emphasis like plant-based diet like vegan or vegetarian diet, 20 recipe. Are you getting my point? So whoever is going to be buying your book, they already know that this book I'm buying, this person knows exactly what he or she is writing about, because your everything you're going to be writing should be what factual, and now you're writing based on what the advice that ChatGPT gave to you, and it will be like you're writing from experience. So I don't want to stress you. Let me show you another thing. So with what we've gotten here so far, you can actually request for a table of content from this. Okay, so you see, it's going to make a table of content out of it. Below is a table of content based on the outline ideas for cancer cookbook. The role of nutrition, science, food. Now, you are not saying that there's a whole difference of table of content from this advice, just more than the one that you already know. So there are different ways to actually get your table of content, and this is another method. Understanding cancer specific nutrition needs, because now we want to focus on cookbook entirely. So anything that we are writing on this cancer diet cookbook should be based on nutrition. Everything about nutrition concerning cancer diet, that's what we are focusing on. So we don't want to go straight, like we don't want to be beating around the bush. So we are going straight, focusing on the nutritional aspect, because if our reader are coming, except they are a beginner, for those that are already, they've already have this diseases, so they know exactly what is wrong with them, but this time they need something entirely different from what they know, which is the dieting aspect. And you now coming with your own knowledge and understanding, you're giving them facts and figures, demographic and all that on this particular cookbook, on your cookbook, telling them the nutritional aspect of something they actually do not know before. Are you getting it? Because now you are prompting your AI to write as what? A scientific fact and as a dietitian. So that is exactly what it's doing right now, is searching around the net, bringing all the necessary information from different blog posts, from different dietitian, from different research, and is imputing it for you here in your chat with it, and giving you a table of content from his idea. And if you take note or you fact check, you see that these ideas, they are very, very important and they are true. Are you getting it? So understanding cancer specific nutritional for different stage prevention treatment. Are you I don't want to talk much. Chapter 1. So this is the introductional aspect, and the introduction is under two category, two basics. Then chapter 1, immune boosting recipes. Now you see that he just went straight to the point, but he emphasizes on what the main point, by like a concise version of an entire book that you are going to write on cancer diet, except you are writing for a beginner. So if your book is on a beginner mode, you already know that you're going to explain a lot in that beginner mode. But now, given the fact that we want to be aiming high from Amazon, and we want to be putting our book on standard version based on our format style, instead of putting in a black this thing. So if I'm working on 80 recipe, my 80 recipe will be on 18 page. Then I'll make sure my introduction emphasizes on the main point. And this actually now is the main point, focusing on the nutritional needs already and only. So diving straight to the recipe aspect, we have the immune boosting recipe, easy to digest recipe, high protein means for strength and recovering, low sugar anti-inflammatory recipe. So these are the way you're not going to be, these are how you are going to categorize your recipe. Content food with a heady twist. Chapter 6, energizing snack, satisfying drinks, soothing soups, broth, gut friendly meal. 10, chapter 10, dessert with. So it gave us 10 chapters, which is 10 categories. But on these 10 categories now, so imagine you're working for 100 recipe now, so 10 categories will be 10 10 10 each 10 recipe each in one categories. Then if you are working on 80 recipe, there's a way you can restructure those 10 chapters to make it into 5 chapters, combining all together. You understand? Based on page, by working on a page spacing and page number, I mean to say. So chapter 11, meal plan and shopping list. 7-day cancer prevention meal plan. You already know that yours will be more than 7. We gave us 7 based on the fact that he gave us 3 recipe, which is we have 30 recipe here. So if you have 7 days meal plan, that would be like 21 recipe, except for breakfast, lunch and dinner. So if we're going to be having like 5 for 7 recipe, that would be like 35 recipes. So 14-day recovery meal plan, 7-day cancer prevention meal plan, 14-day recovery meal plan. This is another method entirely. Please take note. Shopping list for nutrient dense pack. So chapter 12 now, practical tips and resources. Food safety for weakened immunity, mindful eating practice, how to choose organic and sustainable ingredients, resources for cancer patients and survivor. The number 4 is not necessary. Please don't add it to your book. Appendix, reference to recent sites for study, recommendation reading. All these are not necessary. So the necessary parts are from the beginning to chapter 12, number 3. That's where it ends. Then in your conclusion, you use that prompt. We have the prompt that we have in your conclusion as well, with your table of content. Take note, please. This table of content that you have here, you use it to generate your conclusion with the prompts that we have, so that everything that you are working on should be in your conclusion as well. Then at the end of it, you give a vote of thanks. You appreciate them for reading your book and ask for a positive feedback, not a positive reviews. Ask for a positive feedback. Then if you have bonus, so like if you want to have bonus to your book, so you have to also ask. So if I'm to add a bonus to my book, what will you suggest? Printable meal plan, food tracker, free downloadable recipe card, a guide to supplement and natural remedy. I'll pick number 3 as my bonus. List of cancer-friendly superfood. I'll pick number 3 for exclusive access to private kitchen tips and business ahead. So we've got to like 3, number 6, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 3, number 6, bonus recipe for sweet. If you want to, number 7, mindful and wellness section, number 8. Okay, number 9, budget-friendly cancer diet guide. QR code links to cooking videos, not necessary. But if you have a video on that, you can add to your own personal stories of testimonials. You can add free access to digital companion guide. So you see, there's more to cookbook than you already know. Honestly, there's more to cookbook than you already know. And in this 2025, we don't want to slack. So all the necessary information that we need to add in our book is very important. Are you getting it? It's very important to give all the necessary information in your book. So I'm going to end this video now. I don't want it to be short. Alongside, if you think that you want to incorporate all this into the first table of content, it's just to tell him to combine the 2 table of content together. Do you understand? Combine the 2 table of content and make it a 10 chapter. So it's going to combine it to us. So when you want to search for your recipe, remember I search volume with low competition. When you have a high search volume with low competition, then you know that you are on the right track. Then when you want to write your cookbook, okay, you already search for a particular topic and you know that this one is selling. For the combination of topic that we are talking about, you can incorporate it in your subtitle, since the topic you want to write on is already selling. You understand? So it can be like scientific fact based, you understand, recipe, on anti-inflammatory, this, that. You can list all of them, or you list them in your book description. But make sure that your combination of topic is on your book description, it's on your subtitle. Are you getting it? Or your subtitle? But if you are working on, like what I said we should find categories of diets that can solve a particular problem. So generally the problem is cancer. So what are the diets that are going to solve cancer? We'll start making research. Now we have gotten like more than how many diets here. So instead of putting in the title, you incorporate it in the subtitle. So by incorporating it in the subtitle, ahead of other people around you, all your competitors. Are you getting it? Because you know exactly what you are doing. Okay, so that's the only way you'll be able to separate yourself from them. Then your table of content will be different entirely. Your recipes, factual recipes from Pinterest. Are you getting it? Your table of content with structures is entirely different from what people are. Then go to their reviews, check on meal plan. Then I will teach you how to structure a meal plan. That will be our next video. How to structure a meal plan. Like structure a meal plan very well. There will be no wastage of food or resources by your reader. Do you understand? Because that thing will bring bad reviews to you. Okay guys, here's it. So the combination of two topics together. Okay, high protein recipe, anti-inflammatory, low carb, easy to digest meal for children, immune boosting superfood and recipe. This is very this particular one is so unique. I see chapter 8, chapter 9. So like this now, this is a complete table of content, and you can start using this one to write your book. Okay, so all right, I hope this video finds you well. Please go and implement everything that I just did. I want to make things really easy for you, because some persons are finding it hard. Upon all the teachings, they're still finding it hard. So this one now, it will be easy for you. You already have a prompt, and the prompt guide, it's like people are not reading that prompt guide. Go and read that prompt guide. It's very, very important. I'm telling you, that prompt guide is important. All right guys, the fact that they trust us to buy our book is simply because they found our book different from other people. Do you understand? And probably they've been buying other books, but they see that let me just try this one. You know, people work according to their instinct. So now you have written the book, gave out good recipes. Now you want to structure your meal plan. And you know, to get your meal plan, you have to like copy your entire recipes and take it to ChatGPT to give you your meal plan. Now there is a particular thing to consider whenever you are structuring your meal plan. So what are the things to consider? One, there should be no wastage of resources, because working according to what you put in the book, like working according to the meal plan, if I'm the buyer, I want to make sure the meal plan is precise, is straight to the point, and there is no wastage of any resources. You get? So for instance, you are working on 60 days meal plan, 90 days meal plan, and you know, 90 days meal plan for 80 recipes, repetition of recipes. Are you getting it? So you can actually structure your meal plan as 30 days. 30 days for ChatGPT not to be confused, because it's going to be very, very confused when structuring than 60 days meal plan or 90 days. So you structure it as 90 days, but you have to notify them that this 30 days meal plan that they are seeing can also be used for the 60 days or 90 days. But these are the things to consider. Are you getting it? And the things to consider is that, one, freezing time. Then another thing is portion controls. So another thing outside the freezing time and the portion control is the list of things you listed in your shopping list. So it's either you give them a weekly shopping list. These are the things you are going to buy for a week, rather than giving them a shopping list of 90 days or 60 days in bulk. because if they are to work on a particular recipe for that week, they wouldn't want to like waste anything, because you know how it's very difficult this time now, but by God's grace everything is good. So they don't want to waste anything at all. No resources should be wasted. Meat, fish, fruit, veggies, whatsoever you're going to be giving them in that shopping list, nothing should be wasted. So when you want to prompt your AI, you should identify all these key points. Tell it to give you a freestyle, what and what they are going to be freeze, because there is no way some of the ingredients are not going to remain after cooking. They are, but how are they going to preserve it is the most important thing of all, and that's what I'm trying to address here. So the preservation really matters a lot. So if they're able to preserve the ingredients for another week, it's going to be a win-win for you, because it's going to bring a positive reviews for you. But if the ingredients cannot be preserved till next week, so you have to give them a weekly shopping list for that 90 days. So if they are working on, the first week, they are actually not going to be repetition of any recipe. The second week, there is not going to be any repetition of recipe. So probably the third and fourth week, that's when you see repetition of recipe, or no repetition of recipe at all. So instead of you giving them a complete bunky shopping list, you give them by week 1 shopping list. So the first week recipes, after generating the first week recipes, that is when you're going to generate your shopping list for that week. So let me show you how. So can you give me 15 cancer recipes under anti-inflammatory? So disclaimer, you already know that I don't get my recipe from ChatGPT, but for the purpose of this video, I am getting it from ChatGPT. So it's going to give us 15 recipes. Okay, so here is our 15 recipe. Now, we want to get a shopping list for the 15 recipes only. Give me 2 weeks replan. So it's gonna give us 2 weeks meal plan from the 15 recipes. Remember what I said, portion what? Control, and it's there. So now give me weekly shopping list according to the meal plan. Note: no wastage. You have to no wastage of any ingredients. No wastage of any ingredients. Also add notes and freezing techniques or time, then add portion control. Add portion control. What again? Let's go with this one first. So week 1 shopping is so we've gotten our week 1 shopping list. So this is our week 2 according. But for you not to be confused, after copying out your meal plan, you copy the week 1 meal plan, take it to ChatGPT, and so what I want to do now is I want you to give me a prompt that we can be using generally to get exactly what we want. You understand? Like if you cannot prompt the AI, so I'm going to tell him to structure a prompt for me. So let's see what it's going to give to us. Okay. Okay. So this is the prompt that we are going to use, and you can replace it with your topic. You can replace it with the numbers of week or days that you want your meal plan to look like. All right. So that's it for today. Bye bye, guys.